which takes off mental pressure, not just physical stuff. So I let my body heal physically, and then the mental aspect, I've obviously declined some things that are draining mentally, and I went away with the family, which is always good, and we're back again ready for a big 2025. I declined some business opportunities so I can focus on the sport, which takes off mental pressure, not just physical stuff. So I let my body heal physically, and then the mental aspect, I've obviously declined some things that are draining mentally. I don't get involved in all the other stuff, like you as well.
Stay focused,
You just knew what you had to do in it. God bless you, brother.
God bless you.
Proud of you, man.
Which takes off mental pressure, not just physical stuff. So I let my body heal physically, and then the mental aspect, I've obviously declined some things that are draining mentally, and I went away with the family, which is always good, and we're back again ready for a big 2025. I feel good. Anthony Joshua backs Joseph Parker to beat Daniel Dubois, aiming to set up a future rematch. I declined some business opportunity, so I can focus on the sport, which takes off mental pressure, not just physical stuff. So I let my body heal physically, and then the mental aspect, have obviously declined some things that are drained. I am mentally. The upcoming heavyweight clash between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker has generated significant buzz, with many experts offering their predictions for the much-anticipated fight, with both fighters holding key victories in their careers. This bout presents an intriguing test for both men, as they aim to cement their place at the top of the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua, a man who has faced both Dubois and Parker, has been vocal about his thoughts on the matchup, offering his own prediction ahead of the contest, which is set to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia next month. I don't get involved in all the other stuff. Like you as well. Stay focused. You just knew what you had to do in it. God bless you. Proud of you, man. Joshua, who faced Parker in 2018 and defeated him to unify the heavyweight titles, understands the challenges both fighters bring to the table. He acknowledges that while Dubois has gained significant confidence from his knockout victory over Joshua, Parker possesses the experience and ring intelligence to cause problems for the British champion. As a fighter who has shared 12 rounds with Parker and 5 with Dubois, Joshua has the perspective to offer a nuanced take on what's likely to unfold in the ring. He stated 22nd of February, "It's going to be big. Make sure you tune in. I'm actually going to come out to Saudi and watch the fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois. Good luck to both men. Me and His Excellency, we have an agreement. He picks his side, I pick my side, and we see who wins." Joshua's confidence in Parker's abilities comes from his understanding of the New Zealand fighter's resilience and technical skill. Parker has endured setbacks in his career, including losses to Dillian Whyte and Joe Joyce, but his recent victories over some of the division's most dangerous punchers, Deontay Wilder and Gay Zhang, have shown that he still has plenty of fight left in him. Joshua's prediction challenge with Riyadh season's Turkey Al Sheikh adds a layer of fun to the build-up, as both men have agreed to pick sides and see who will come out on top. Joshua's backing of Parker may be seen as somewhat of a surprise, but it speaks to the respect he holds for his former opponent, feeling like, "I go through these guys like a train, now ready to put him out, put him to sleep. 3 rounds, I'll finish him. I want to go in there. Be smart. He's a fighter who comes forward and applies tremendous pre-pressure, and I just have to be smart about my work and enjoy it. Do you think go out classing? I think I can with good movement, not running away, but just good movement and accuracy. Hun is deliberate punches and just work. Others in the boxing world have similarly weighed in on the fight, with many experts offering their takes on how the bout might unfold. Carl Froch, a former world champion himself, praised Parker's skill and experience, acknowledging that the New Zealander's adaptability could be the key to success against a fighter like Dubois. Frost suggested that if Dubois is able to beat Parker, particularly after the wipeout against Joshua, it would solidify his place as a genuine world champion. French believes that Parker's movement and toughness will make it difficult for Dubois to land his heavy right hand, which has been the hallmark of his knockout victories. "I think a Joseph Parker fight. He's bigger than Parker, and naturally bigger. He punches hard on him, but Parker's on a couple of decent wins. Beat Jiang, beat Deontay Wilder. They're good wins in good form. You know what I mean? He's looking like he's really getting his second wind in his career. So if the Beau can beat Josie Parker after the pad against AJ, he's really has established himself as a bona fide world champion. And it's a fight that will be good, cause you never know, cause Parker's got all That he's got bags of experience. Yeah, another perspective comes from Martin Boley, a heavyweight who has sparred with both Dees and Parker. Boley is quick to highlight the strengths of both fighters, but his prediction leans toward Parker, citing his superior boxing brain and movement. Boley believes that while Duo's raw power is undeniable, Parker's technical ability and experience will give him the upper hand in a drawn-out battle, but's confidence in his own ability to defeat both fighters adds an interesting layer to his analysis, suggesting that he sees both as flawed but capable fighters. The champion who's going to win the fight between JB and Parker, and I'll see what will be next. Who you are the fire of out of jab and Parker the winner, so I think Parr will win the fight. I think that's my opinion, but we not. Eddie Hearn, who has a close relationship with Joseph Parker, offers another view on the fight, reinforcing his belief that Parker's style is well suited to deal with Dubois's power. Hearn's analysis of the fight is rooted in the understanding that Dubois is a formidable force in the ring, but Parker's ability to avoid big punches and remain patient could be the key to defeating the champion. Hearn's confidence in Parker's chances reflects the trust he places in his fighter's adaptability and ring intelligence. Hearn, however, does acknowledge that Dubois's recent knockouts have elevated his standing in the division, and it's clear that Dubois's confidence will be a major factor in the fight's outcome. I think he wins the fight. I'm kind of like Joseph's unofficial promoters. He's a mate of mine, I love him, and I think he's going to win. I think he's just taking it really seriously. I think all fighters just find that moment where they say I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be smarter, and Joseph, every time you see him he looks strong, and he's worked really really hard. I think be account, I don't know him, but strength and conditioning training. I think it's George Lockhart, has made a massive difference to his engine, and now I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's in a form of his career, and I think he's got the kind of style that will really trouble Daniel. Sean Porter, a former world champion who has been closely following Dubois's progress, also weighs in with a favorable prediction for the British fighter. Porter believes that Dubois is still maturing as a fighter and is on an upward trajectory, particularly after his knockout win over Anthony Joshua. Porter's faith in Dubois stems from the fighter's physical maturity and his ability to learn from past experiences. While Porter acknowledges Parker's experience and skill set, he ultimately believes that Dead's combination of power and growing ring awareness will be enough to secure victory. He's thought Gerald Miller, Philip Herrich, Anthony Joshua, now fighting Joseph Parker within 18 months. He's only 27 years old. Love it. I love that he's been busy. His fight with Joshua wasn't a big bruiser, so coming back, especially coming back against Parker, is that's a really good fight for him. I think it's a fight that he'll win, but it's a good boxing match, and like I always say, more than anything I want to see good boxing matches. I think that what's been incredible with Daniel was, years ago he got stopped by Joe Joyce. A lot of people labeled him a quitter. Same thing happened in the US fight. He had to grow up, and listen, this is what we know about heavyweights, they mature later than any other weight class, so he matured a little later, and I think he's grown through some of his growing pains. And the worst thing for a fighter is you see our grown pains. However, some figures in boxing have pointed to the tactical aspects of the fight and how Parker's adaptability might cause problems for Dubois. Lawrence Aioli offers a more balanced perspective, suggesting that while Dubois's physical attributes are impressive, Parker's ring intelligence and ability to control the pace of a fight could give him an advantage. Aioli believes that Parker's experience will allow him to neutralize Dubois's power, particularly if the fight extends into the later rounds when tactics could become more important than brute force. Aioli's viewpoint highlights the dynamic nature of the fight, where a battle of styles could ultimately decide the outcome. Thoughts on few things ahead with division. First of all, the announcement that D is defending his belt against Parker. Your thoughts on that fight? I think it's a great fight, and I like they're really putting Dan in there, fight after fight after fight, hard fights. I think Joseph Parker stylistically could cause him a lot of problems with his speed and experience, and he's been in there with the likes of Wilder and Zhang. Were two massive punches, so it's not that the power that because Dan's got great power, but it's not something he's never seen before. Joe Joyce, the only fighter to have defeated both Dubois and Parker, adds another Layer of insight. Joyce, who stopped Dubois in 2020, has a unique understanding of both men's strengths and weaknesses. Joyce believes that the fight is difficult to call with both fighters possessing dangerous attributes. For Joyce, the key to the fight lies in which man can impose their will first. Joyce's analysis.